All right, everyone, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video with Fat Phil. And I want to talk about how easy it is to play Raid Shadow Legends in 2025. I just started my account and I can tell you that I'm having a blast playing this game, and a lot of that has to do with how easy it is. There's a couple of things that make life a lot easier in Raid Shadow Legends. And the first one we've got to talk about is the QR code in the room. Over here in the right hand corner, go ahead, click this QR code. We're going to leave it up for a bit. We've got to talk about what this QR code gives you and why it makes playing this game easier. This game was released in 2018. It is 7 years old, and yet it still feels very easy to play because the developers have given us 3 champions to level up our roster with in this QR code here. Now, you will get them as you progress your account, which is really nice. They're going to give you one right away. You get one at level 15 and one at level 30. So let's break over into the game here, and we're going to get the music going, which, by the way, the music in here is awesome. I love the music in this game. So your champions that you're going to get with that QR code that I've got in the description over there. Right at download, you will get Eleanor, who is a legendary unit. Then at level 15, you will get Tagore, who is an epic support or character. And then the third one you will get is in the Ogryn tribes, and you will get Ugo, who's another epic champion. So 2 epic champions and 1 legendary champion with that QR code again over here in the bottom corner. So go, guys, go click on that. Please go check that out as my cat, get him out of the way there. Go check that QR code out. Again, I'm going to pull it back up a couple times here, but I want to get the full screen going for this because it is awesome. So then, inside of my Discord server, there's a raid chat. I've got a pinned message there. The Discord is going to be linked down below, along with a link of where you can download this game at. The reason you want to go and click that link is because using that to download will give you another legendary unit that you can choose from. I chose the one that gives you Green Warden Ruark here. He's another legendary unit. You could have gotten, other legendaries as well. I chose this guy, and you've got to do that within your first 24 hours, using one of those promo codes, which again, you just come over here, type in your promo code, and it is awesome. Man, it's been a treat. 2 legendary units, and part of why I say that makes the game so easy is because factions, have a mythical character. They've got legendaries, they have epic characters, they've got rares, uncommons, and commons. So that really makes it easy for you starting this game that you understand where the best characters are, right? If it's a legendary character, it's much better than a common character. So that can help you as you're moving through this game and you're not sure where to be spending your resources. If you've got these legendary units, you know that they're probably the best. That's, kind of a big deal, right? So I've been loving that aspect, that it's very, as someone who's played these games before, you got to go and try to find, a content creator with a farming guide and hope it's up to date, and, then it changes and you're done for. Where here, if you know that you're investing in the mythics or, the legendaries, and obviously mythics, but getting one of them is a lot harder, but you get some legendaries, some rares, some, epic units, that investing there's probably a smarter decision because they're a better overall character. So that has been something that I have really liked about this game, is that it's very obvious to tell which characters are the best. The next aspect that I've really liked is that there's multiple ways to level up your units. You can just come to the tavern, you can select one of the units in your roster, and let's just pick our sniper here, and I'm going to give her one of these little brew potions here, and we're going to level her up, level 21. That sounds good. So you can go in, that's kind of the classic way of leveling heroes in these collector games. But the other way is if you come in here and we're going to do a dungeon battle. Let's go up against, let's go to the Arcane Keep here, and we're going to go in stage 7. You can come in here with units and do your battle. Right? And again, I've got it on auto here, which we'll talk about that in a second. But in terms of leveling up your units, as you go through the battle here, you're going to earn experience without having to spend any kind of silver, without having to spend any resources. Simply by going in and playing your battles every single day, you are going to earn experience on your characters. And one of the things that I found is that certain game modes, it's not as important to get 3 stars, it's just important to win the fight. So even if you lose a lower level character, because you did the battle with them, you're going to get extra rewards. You're going to get extra experience, and that's important. That's going to save your silver to do other things with, which can be super beneficial for upgrading your account. Now, the auto button here, as you guys are watching us go against this knight, the auto button in this game is actually really, really good. I have found it to be a massive benefit for, a player who maybe doesn't quite know what they're doing yet. The computer obviously knows more than me. So to be able to rely on it to play through your battles and actually use good abilities is a massive change from some of the other hero collectors I've played, where the auto button is like a death sentence for you to be successful. So as you guys saw, look, I just leveled up these 2 characters. We're a little bit more experienced along this way, and then we got some rewards. And then right from this screen, I can go to the next tier, I can replay, I can edit, I can go back to my Bastion, right, which is your home screen, or I could have gone to my, champions page and made some upgrades if I needed to. Another thing I've really liked that, again, does make the game easy is you have this, Guardian Ring where I can put a unit and they will literally just upgrade automatically in here. You just have to come in and, hey, time to upgrade this guy. It's so nice. That is so nice that, again, it's just another way that I felt is beneficial for a player like myself coming in. Maybe I don't want to use this character yet, but I want to start working on them. I can go ahead and do that. Then you even have some of these like built-in error message, kind of like dummy proofing the game. Sometimes when you're doing something, you can make a mistake when you're trying to work on a character. So let's say I want to level up my sniper, and you can use units that you have accumulated in your roster to add experience. Well, let's say I pick this one. This champion can be used to fuse another champion. Are you sure you want to sacrifice this champion? Now, I am not far enough in the game to know what fuse is. Now, I have heard that, from my understanding, it's multiple. You use a bunch of champions to create like a whole brand new champion. But I probably don't want to do that yet, right? I don't want to fuse this. I want to get rid of this one. I want to keep that. I'd rather use one that I'm not going to have to fuse. So there's a lot of these little like dummy proof messages that work really, really nicely. There was another one here for, when I didn't have my arena energy, that I had extra tokens, and it was like, hey, if you claim this reward, you're going to miss out on 2 of your tokens that are already free. And so I've really liked that there's some of these dummy proofings in the game to make it so much simpler just to, hey, don't make this mistake. Like, don't make a bad choice, right? Now, I am in the arena screen here, which, again, I've enjoyed playing in the arena. One of the elements of the arena that has been really cool is you can start on auto. So again, it just saves you a lot of clicking. That they've done a very good job of just kind of allowing you to get to the battles, watch it, or play through it, however you want to do it. That's been a huge benefit for me, is just being able to say, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And the other side of this is there's no timer. I can just go, I've got these coins, so I don't have to wait for my arena to refresh. I can just fight the next team. I don't have to wait around. That's been a big thing, because I remember a lot of games you've got to wait around for your arena. Here it's very much, hey, I can play right now. I don't need to worry about, waiting another 15 minutes to log on. I can play my arena battles back to back to back however I want. Look, I can keep going, right? That is huge. That's, again, I found that this really does fit around what I want to be doing in the game. That if I want to do these fights and earn my experience, get the rewards, I can do a bunch of them all at once. I don't need to wait. And that has been really nice. I cannot lie. And again, because I've got these ridiculously overpowered champions, it's not taken long at all, right? Just crushing through this because they've given me these amazing units to start with, which, again, we're going to pop that QR code over here just so you guys can see that. So make sure you click that QR code. There's a link in the video description to download Raid today. let me know if you guys are liking it. I'm really enjoying it. There's a lot to do, but I don't feel overwhelmed because of the units that I have. I actually feel I can like make progress, which is a fun little thing that you get to do. The other element of this game that I've really appreciated as well is that there's a lot of content. There's a lot of stuff here, and there's a lot of cinematic as well. When you enter into a new campaign, there's a cinematic, and even going into some of these campaign battles, it will tell you exactly what you need to do to 3-star that event. So look, to 1-star, beat the stage. Beat the stage with no losses, you get 2 or fewer champions. No losses, you get the 3 stars. It's very nice. It's a really, really good way to understand the game, right? Another one that, just makes it easier, again, if you're a new player and you're like, hey, I don't know how to do this. If I go to the, let's go to the Force Keep here, and let's fight this guy. There's a boss guide. It will tell you what is actually happening in that fight. It will kind of tell you what's going to be happening, how it works, right? That is really, really nice. There's even a teams of the week that it will tell you, hey, these are the teams that people are using to beat it. Obviously, I might not have them, but it is still nice to know, hey, this is what they're using. I found that to be extremely beneficial, especially for a player who's newer to the game. It kind of gives you the framework for how to be successful in battle. So I've very much enjoyed that element of this game. I think it's been really, really cool to interact with and play. So again, we've got that QR code over here. Make sure you guys go download that here as soon as you can. So I'm going to take that off here while we're doing the rest of this battle, so we get to see all of our lovely units. And as you guys see, again, with the whole info, you're seeing all your buffs and debuffs and how long it's going to last. The descriptions, I could go on about how easy I'm finding to play this game and understand the pieces of it, because they've put the time and effort to make that available to you. This game is 7 years old, and yet they're still making that early game experience fun. They're still trying to get you to that point where you're going to get to the fun aspects of the game, right? To the bulk of the content. And there's still so much that I have to explore. And I think that's the fun with a game like this, is that I can, pick it down and pick it up at my convenience. And if I've got, 10 minutes to play, I could go do 10 arena battles and I don't have to worry, or I could do 10 of these battles and I don't, I can spend my time that way. So I really have liked that. I think it's been a lot of fun to do it. This has just been a super fun journey so far, and I'm looking forward to creating more content like this. So if you guys are interested in joining my Discord, again, it is down below. I want to give just a final, shout to, Raid Shadow Legends here, the artwork. Let's get that QR code up one more time, guys. Go download this QR code over here. I guess right over there. Got the pointing right over here. Go download that and then come join me in this game. It's been such a fun experience for the time I've been playing it, and I'm looking forward to putting out more content on this. And I didn't even get into half of the other stuff that's going on, and I want to save that for some other videos. I want to be able to get you guys, hey, here's the fun stuff. Avoid doing this. Hey, I'm not smart. I really enjoyed it, guys. Appreciate your thoughts down below. Like, subscribe, comment. I love you all, and I will see you in the next Raid Shadow Legends video. I guess I'll see you in the Great Hall. Cheers, my friends.